Has this ever happened to you where you've been excited all day thinking, I'm gonna have wine tonight, and you uncork the bottle in the evening, you can't wait to pour yourself a glass, you take the first sip and you think, I'm not quite sure. Is this what it's supposed to be like? And you're sort of shrouded in doubt. Worse still, you're at a restaurant, you pour a glass of wine, you take a sip, and you're not quite sure about whether it tastes right. But obviously, you're too scared to be confrontational. So basically, you just shut up, suck it up, and drink the wine. How often has this happened to you? Today, we're going to talk about in this video how to tell a faulty wine with confidence and reject it without being worried. Wine is an evolving drink. It changes with time, and so it's obviously also susceptible to spoilage. And there are so many reasons why a wine can go spoiled. Maybe it's not traveled properly, maybe too much heat, maybe too much light. Maybe it's just a wine that's not intended for long-term aging, and you've just ended up keeping it for way too long, and so it's outlived its shelf life and it's just simply fallen apart. All of these can be reasons for a wine to go faulty or go spoiled or simply go bad. So today here I'm going to tell you 4 things you need to look out for to be able to detect a faulty wine. First, check out the seal of the bottle. In some cases, sometimes you may feel like the cork has sort of pushed itself out of the bottle, and you'll realize this after you've sort of used the foil cutter and taken the foil off. You'll see a little bit of that cork sort of jutting out. This typically happens when the wine is overheated or gets too much warmth and the wine expands. So as a result, the cork gets pushed out. Now, when this happens, the seal is broken, and so there's a chance that the wine may be compromised. If you're looking at a wine with a screw cap, also look to see if the screw cap is still securely in its place, it's not swollen at the top or at its edges, and that the seal is intact. So first thing you need to ensure is that the wine has not been compromised in any way, even before uncorking it. Point 2, look for the color of the wine. Now, a wine that is in pristine condition will obviously have some set of brilliance to it. In case of red wines that have been overaged or have fallen apart, they typically go from a lovely, bright, ruby red color to like a brownish, tawny sort of a color, which suggests that there's been a bit of oxidation and the wine is not in its pristine condition. In case of white wines, generally a lemon color sort of tends to move into a deep yellow with tints of orange or brown in it. Of course, you should also look to see if the wine is clear and bright, and any signs of cloudiness can sort of all suggest fault in the wines. Next up, you smell the wine. Now, wine should smell like, wine, but here are some telltale aromas that will straight away tell you that this wine is spoiled. Firstly, sometimes some wines emit some sort of a sweet, raisiny sort of a smell. And at face value, it doesn't appear as though there's any problem with it. You kind of tend to smell it and think, oh, this wine is kind of sweet on the nose. But a sweet, raisiny smell or sort of baked aromas generally indicate that the wine has been overheated, typically during storage or travel. And so it could lead to flavors that are very off, and it does indicate spoilage, unfortunately. Sometimes a wine also smells of cardboard or musty or like a wet carpet or a wet dog. All of these aromas directly point to some sort of spoilage, either from bacteria or some sort of a fungal spoilage. So this is a big no-no. And sometimes a wine just smells downright mousy, almost like a drain pipe or a sewage pipe. It could also smell of Band-Aid or like a nail polish varnish remover. All of these directly indicate spoilage. What a wine really should smell like, among many other things, is just good quality fruit, some sort of fruitiness. Every wine's obligation is to smell fruity, so look out for that first. And then you finally taste the wine to be absolutely sure of its quality. Now, wines that have gone bad are generally devoid of fruit. They tend to taste over acidic. They're almost sometimes sour. Some others kind of taste metallic. Sometimes you can get off flavors of Band-Aid or just downright drainage-like or mousy sort of flavors. All of these indicate spoilage, and spoilage can sort of range from little spoil to very spoil. In case of little spoil, it is, it often sort of leaves us in a little bit of doubt. You always feel, oh, I don't know, is it bad, is it not bad, I'm not so sure, should I turn it back, should I not? But I always say, guys, when in doubt, just reject the wine. Just call the steward, call the sommelier, call whoever is serving you, and just say politely, I don't think this wine is tasting fresh and I don't think it's in great condition. I hope these tips are helpful, because the next time you are served a wine that you feel is not fruity, it's not fresh, it's not vibrant, it's not brilliant, and basically smells something other than wine which you're typically used to, when in doubt, I say just say no. Now, I hope these tips have been very helpful for you, and give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe to our channel on Sonal Holland Wine TV, and also follow us on Instagram, Sonal Holland _master of wine. We love bringing you content. I hope you can give us some feedback on what else you'd like us to tell you about, and we'll be back with so much more. Until then, cheers for now.